Good morning. I'm Rich Paz for Critical Point, and it is Wednesday, July 9, 10:11 a.m. Eastern Time, and this is the weekly update of European stock indexes and some ETFs, and then some of the indexes globally. All right, let's get started. This is the French CAC futures of the CAC 40 index in France. Level 2 bottom, got the momentum, got the action, it's there. Level 2 top had the downside, it was there. Got an indicator in line, rolling over, didn't really make it to oversold, rolling over to the buy side. And that's a wide enough spread to suggest chance of lingering near-term upside momentum. Now, something I haven't checked into is, was it futures rolling over? So we need to double check with the cash because it might be distorting things a bit here, making it look more bullish than what it is. At any rate, I'm going with it. The model's going with it. I don't like declining open interest here. Volume is about the same. This could be a short covering rally and not good quality demand. The model's warning that there was probably a level 3 top last week, bottom this week, a bit strange not to pull back any more of that, frankly. But what it's saying is next level 3 top is next week or the following week. That's also the start of a time range all the way out to the week of August 11th to anticipate level 1 tops, level 2, and there will have to be a level 3, meaning there will be more than one level 3 inside of that, just as there'll be many level 4 tops. But one of those level 4s, level 3s will trigger or correlate with this level 2, level 1 top. The level 1 is the most important kind of sell signal during a year. You get very few of them during a year. They can be the highest price of the year, and the buys work as well for the lowest price of the year. And the level 1s are very important to track long-term business cycles for the stock markets and many other types of markets, okay? All right, now the level 1 should lead to a decline into another level 1. So I need to copy this and put this out here eventually. And it can knock this market all the way back to here or lower. Just depends how high it goes. And we got enough weeks at this pace, it could go considerably higher and move on up towards 8,200. But I seriously doubt it. I think this is just, and I'm surprised how bullish they want to be after Trump launching all those tariff stuffs again. And I think what it is people are saying if he really goes with big numbers and puts on a really big show and struts around like a peacock and like Louis the 14th king or whatever, okay, then you assume he's going to back them all the way down. And of course, he even says it's negotiations, okay? He says it's not a failure, but other people are thinking otherwise. The point is, people could be becoming more bullish here with the idea that more money is going to leave the U.S. and go into European markets, as well as places in other worlds of the world, okay? In addition, and maybe just to encourage people that recently took profits to jump back in here. And so Europe can go up on its own, but the point is, I think there's a linkage to the U.S. here as well. At any rate, I don't think this market's going up all that much higher for all that much longer, and it's going to turn down, but we're not calling a top here for level 1. Okay, and I just realized I don't think I made a note of trying to call level 2 bottom. I thought I did. Okay, any rate, so much for that. I guess I missed recording that one, even though I believe we did call it. Okay, let's take a look at this one here. June 23rd, level 2 bottom. That makes sense, okay? We called it on the strength. This is the German DAX, and it is the actual cash index, not the futures. It is trending higher into the week of July 28th, on into the week of September 1st. That seems way too late in my opinion. And I think Europe is shifting to be more in line with our U.S. forecast when things can top out sooner rather than later. But we may see some bargain hunting where they buy Europe and sell U.S. We may see some spread trading going on there as well. At any rate, till we start seeing the DAX maybe trade below last week's low, I would think the trend is up. Trades below last week's low, way better concern is turning into a sloppy topping type trend process. And yes, eventually during August, September, October, that market should sell off as well and may even take out that level 2 bottom eventually. It just depends how high it goes. And Europe could show some relative strength to the U.S. In other words, I believe U.S. is coming down in October, September, October, okay? At least stalling out, that kind of thing. All right, here is the futures of Spain's IBEX 35 index. And the futures, level 2 bottom, moving higher, can top out next week, a little ahead of the German DAX, and then tops out maybe August 11th, not for as long for a top. I think this is just trying to coast into a top, turn down, come down into this level 1, and the German DAX and the French CAC is going to do the same thing. Weekly indicator, however, just turning on the buy side, but it was between mid-range and oversold. I don't particularly care for that, whether it's the best signal or not, but it is trying to widen its range, suggesting chance for lingering near-term upside momentum next 1 to 3 weeks. Well, the model's saying, well, yes, that's in the cards. However, trade below last week's low for the Spain IBEX, and on the futures, that's 13,819, I believe. When it trades below that, I think we got a chance. It's all over for level 1 top. And there's just something I don't like about it, that I don't think it rallies very much at all here. And ideally, it should take out that high and be a little bit higher, then down, and they may yet do it. But I'm just concerned all these markets around the world already know they want to sell in August, September, October. They already know what's coming. And it's just who blinks first. Can they wait? Can they stay bullish right into August 1st, which also is a date by Trump on tariffs or not? And I just don't know as they're going to do. I believe last year they started selling late July, actually. And I just think they're going to want to sell ahead of the seasonal crowd, okay? So that's the forecast for Spain. So just watch price lows. If you want to be bullish, even if you're gung-ho bull, go for it. But you better have some rising trailing stops, have some weekly price lows saying get out, and especially if I haven't already alerted you yet, okay? And to give it a chance, because I think this is fairly high probability this is going to work. It's just a matter of when and all the little short-term twists and turns. How well does it work or not? Now, this is Portugal, and I may be pushing things a bit too much. This kind of reminds me of the U.S. when we ought to allow longer into early August. But the model is saying I can actually call that a level 2 when we had called a level 1. That suggests this is a level 2 that's getting rather extremely late and should have topped last week, this week, next week. That's it. Well, next week actually is the first week for the U.S. to top out as well. And it can actually top sooner than that, but that was the better forecast a while ago, was next week as earliest. They may be getting pretty close. I think if Portugal trades below the current low of this week at 7702.51, and this is the cash index PSI 20, I think that's not a good sign. Give me a down week, a decent down week in any of these markets around the world, and we probably have got level 2 or maybe even level 1 tops. It should then decline into a level 1 bottom, and I got to still do calculations here. What is that going to look like? Now, I will say Portugal at record highs, at least I think it is. It's really the model saying be bullish long term for Portugal, Spain, France, Germany. Many of these markets should be bullish into 26, 27. All right, and then we're probably going to get a big setback, and we may even get a large setback due to a once-a-decade sell signal starting 2027 into 2030. Europe will be in line with the U.S. on that. All right, but in the meantime, we can still have significant pullbacks and stalling out and spending time and things like this. Yeah, and the point is we can have a setback now, even though this looks so super strong. And Europe has, in my opinion, been so far behind for many, many years. This could be their wake-up where they have an exciting bull market into 2027, may even outperform the U.S., although I wouldn't want to bet on that so long as Trump kind of backs off here eventually and worries about elections and things like that. Any rate, though, yeah, Portugal can top now, okay? But I may be wrong and I have to allow more time than I show. Let's continue on with Europe. Let's go to Norway, level 2 bottom, level 3 top. Market is moving higher into maybe a level 3 bottom and then higher still, and it needs to do it a few times into the end of this month on into early August, okay? And then we can look at some downside. The problem, though, is we might be putting in a level 3 bottom, immediately go to level 3 top, give it some problems. The problem is it may not have put that level 3 bottom in, and it's going to put in a few more days. So I can see some floundering around, a little bit of chopping here. And I still wonder, is it going to crank out new highs going into that more important level 1 top, which could occur then, but it could occur quite a bit later. They could keep this up, and this is daily chart, which is why it's looking a little bit different here than the prior charts that were weekly. Norway, I'm bullish right into 27 as well, but right the moment, it could have a big setback as we look from July, August, September, October, focusing more on August, September, October, okay, as being bearish. There again, recent lows, you got to get a little nervous something's going wrong. Now, this is Switzerland. It's not doing so well. It's dragging its feet compared to all the others. I think it is bullish into 2027 regardless, but I think it wants to stall out and quite for some time. It may be putting in a level 3 bottom. It may rally for a few days, but it could actually put in a level 1 top that will be weird that it's lower than these highs, which means the market is running into some significant headwinds. But I can throw that out and say, no, it's not significant headwinds. And yes, it could extend a bit higher in coming weeks. Anyways, we can shove that level 1 out for a while. But nevertheless, it looks like it's just time for these markets to correct in August, September, October. Why not correct some now? Okay, now let's go ahead and throw Canada in here. And on Canada, I believe it has placed a level 3 top, and quite possibly for the U.S. as well. It may place a level 3 bottom in just the next couple of days, but it's got a little more time than that. It could actually go lower into early next week, then higher. Like the U.S., we can come up with some alternate scenarios when this could be a level 1, level 2 top, and it is going down into August, September, October. Unfortunately, the market could change its mind, put this level 3 bottom in soon, rally to a new high anyways, later this month and even into early August. So we're at the risk, just like the U.S. stock market, level 1, level 2 tops can delay into August. It could, or towards the end of this month, it could give us a struggle here for a while yet. But it is allowed to top now, and any day now, all the way into early August. And looking out to August, September, October, there ought to be some weakness. And for the U.S. market, it could be as much as 7 to 10%. For European markets, it's anywhere from 3% to 10%. Okay, at any rate, what else we got? This is the UPV leverage fund. You make twice as much, you lose twice as much, and I still don't understand why this chart just loves to frustrate me and adjust this thing so you can barely see the actual price action. This is what's going on long term. This is a weekly. Now I'm going to zoom in. Now long term, I am bullish this fund into 2027, at least 2026. Plenty of upside. However, it's already had a gigantic run-up. I think it's a little overextended. It is overbought. And it is now, starting this week, due for a level 1 top. And I can extend that out to about August 4th. Okay? And so somewhere's in here, it's going to stop going up, go down, and it go down in August, September, October. All right? Then maybe up November, December, up next year. And the level 1s will still cause problems along the way next year as well. These level 1s are just the most important fluctuation during a year and during long-term bull bear markets. Level 2s are the second most important. Level 3s is how we do monthly business. And level 4s is how we do business during a week and sometimes even just during a day. All right, level 2 bottom, level 2 top. This can stay up longer than what I'm really projecting here. But what I'm learning is no. We might be able to change this to a level 2. This should be overdone now. If not, we can move this level 2 to there, to even down to there. It snuck up on us. It didn't work, which is very, very rare, but has happened in the past. Well, then, yeah, we're on the right track. It should top out soon. Start trading this fund, okay, below the low of 78.55, the low of this week, I believe. That's not a good sign. Give me a down week for especially 1, 2 weeks, something like that. Not a good sign. This indicator is acting very bullish, widening spread, suggesting chance for lingering near-term upside momentum next 1 to 3 weeks. Well, model's saying yes, it can do that. And we're still looking for a top anyways, okay? It is overbought, however, warning us, yes, we have a right to start looking for a top. The model's pleased to see that, and it is plugged into the model, but the point is the model is not hinging on just technical indicators. It's looking at other things. All right, here's another European fund. I recently took some profit out of this one, and now it's already back up a little on me. That may be a level 3 bottom. This is what a level 3 business cycle looks like on a weekly chart, okay? They look like pops and drops. Some of them not that significant, some of them grand, some of them wild and crazy, complicated, simple. All right, they look like the pops and drops that occur every few days during a week called a level 4 on a daily chart. And on a weekly, it looks like the same thing, okay? But it's a bigger time frame, all right? Something more important. Look at the amount of volume that was so pumped into the market this week. Somebody bought it all because it's up now, But the point is, the selling might have gone away much more than the buying. I don't trust this buying. goes back below that price low, I don't like this fund. Give me a good solid down week or two here in coming weeks. I think we're on our way for correction into a level one bottom out there in August, September, October. Now let's go to the FTSE Euro First 100 index, okay? And we got a level two bottom. This is a weekly chart, but I had it daily, and that's why you see these level threes in here all crunched up, makes it noisy and cluttery. Level two, trending up, and it can top as soon as next week, right with the U.S. and out into August 4th. Top out, come down, starts taking out that low. It might even get a bit ugly here. And but for the moment, I don't want to really forecast all that much bearish on Europe. I'd rather be more bearish on the U.S., frankly. But we'll see. Time will tell. All right, any rate, same story here for, and this is the daily version of the FTSE Euro Top 100 Index. And there's your level two bottom. There is a level three bottom, okay? I'm just going to move that out there rather than trying to copy it. But the point is, we should already be looking for a level three top now into next week. It's looking grand this morning, this morning, looking pretty good. Some of these charts update after the day, so it seems like a day behind, but this one is live, okay? So at any rate, we do have to give the bulls a chance. There's maybe something I'd understand. If this is truly a level two top and this is a level two bottom, boy, this could stay up a while yet, right in the end of July, on into early August, and may even give me some problems a little beyond that, all right? All right, now what I want to then do is go to my other list, and we're going to look probably at just monthly charts, and we're going to look elsewheres in the world. This is India trying to make up its mind. Minor long-term top, bottom, bear market, bull market, bear market. It's a bull market into 26, probably 27. In the meantime, bit overbought here, but that can stay overbought for a very long time, and price can rally up a huge amount. But looking into this, it is time to pull this back for a level one bottom. Maybe dip it back to this 5-month moving average. Just some kind of a correction for many of these. China, picking up here a little bit, still hanging in there. It can put in a long-term bottom any time now, but I think it's towards the end of this year on into early next year. I think this has got some time to work up. It is overbought on a monthly. I don't particularly care, but it is time also to pull back over the next couple of months. How soon will that take place? How serious the downside, okay? Now we want to go to Japan. And in Japan, they're pulling it back. It's like it's already starting, but I don't know that for sure. It may only be a level two. They're going to snap it back up on me, pull it back for the true level one and the next level two. This could be a little more complicated, all right? I am bullish Japan into 26, if not 27. But it can pull back even to this 5-month moving average even and this is the Nikkei 225, okay? At any rate, I would like to think it started and might give us a clue of what's going to happen for the rest of the markets. I don't know that for sure. All right, what else do we have? We probably want to go to South Korea. And they already had a setback. I'm thinking we probably just found a level two bottom, so I don't know. Maybe this stuff is going to stay up a lot. Some of these countries could stay up right at the end of the year, and they just don't seem to respond much to this August, July, and September and October to stuff that I'm touting here. All right, but I think overall it's going to work for us here that we're going to get some kind of correction, some kind of setback before long here. And I was trying to see what else am I missing. I guess that's it. Sometimes I look at Brazil, but I don't see Brazil right at this moment. All right, at any rate, that's our weekly update. We're heading towards a setback August, September, October for Europe and the world, U.S., and it's just a matter of how strong do they want to be. I must say, as of today, I'm kind of surprised at the wake-up with all the Trump tariffs, and yet they're shrugging it off. And interest rates have only backed off a little bit in the U.S. That's kind of helping this bounce in the U.S., I just don't know how much to trust it. The trends are still up, no question about it, but I feel like trying to be quick and nimble and try to pick a top here now in the next few weeks and I think it's important to consider we can have a declining stock market here. And I'll just leave it now with the European index here. Actually, I'll do the daily. And there you have it. And I also think Canada trying to peak out. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. Please pass this, let other people know of this. I might put this up for free here eventually, and some of the others here now in the next few days. Let people know. Go to criticalpointpod.com. Thank you.